Good morning, Triton, and thanks for tuning in to this episode of VTV.
In today's show, Tina Gordon tells us what it's like to grow up at the fair, and we hear from 2007 Triton alumni Caleb Noble.
We also learn about the connection between athletics and academics. But up first, Emily Wood asked some of you to share what you like most about the season of fall.
Fall is a very pretty season, and there are many activities to do with your friends and family.
The cooler air has arrived, the leaves are changing on the trees, and people are wearing warmer clothes. As the season changes, people are finding things to do that are distinctly fall.
Fall is my favorite time of year, so I really like it. It's exciting because the air is crisp and cool.
Fall makes me feel really, really good. I love the fall. I really do. It's a beautiful season.
It makes me feel good because I like fall and the weather.
Happy. Fall makes me feel warm and cozy because I love going apple picking.
The favorite thing about fall is the crisp air. When I have when we go up to Rockport to visit my parents, we get to go swimming in the ocean. It's always warmer at that time of year than in July.
Probably the foliage and the apple cider and football.
Probably apple picking and Halloween.
Big sweaters and leggings. There we go.
Oh, my favorite fall activities are apple picking and, of course, carving pumpkins.
Raking the leaves and jumping in the big pile of leaves at the end.
Probably carving pumpkins and getting cider donuts.
I like go home and play in my yard.
I like to cheer, and that happens in the fall, so that's fun.
Whether you're the adventurous type or someone who likes to sit around at home, there is a fall activity for everyone.
One of my favorite fall activities is going to the Topsfield Fair.
Yeah, there's something special about the smell of cow manure and fried dough that just screams fall.
Personally, I like the rides the best.
Unfortunately, the fair only lasts 1 week and that is gone. But for Tina Gordon's family, the experience lasts much longer.
Tina is the fourth generation of her family to grow up working at many of the fairs around New England. Here's her story.
It all started in 1946 with my Grandpa Gus and my Grandma Bertha Bow. My Grandpa Gus helped invent the cotton candy machine, so this led to them to work at the fair and on cotton candy stands. Then when my Grandma had my Nana grew up on the fair. When she was old enough, she worked. When my Nana got married to my Pepe, they opened a business called Tish's Foods. They had bloomin' onions, cookhouses, pizzas, cotton candy stands, fried doughs, and french fries. When my Nana had my mom, she grew up on the fair, and she worked, and to this day, she still works. She runs my great-grandmother's cotton candy stand, and I also run it with her, and so does my sister Chelsea. When I was a little kid, I grew up on the fair, and so did my other sisters, and I think it will be passed on with my children and my grandchildren.
Triton's athletic program continues to grow, and many of us participate in sports throughout the school year.
In addition to having social and health benefits, many experts believe that regular exercise can also reduce stress and help concentration.
In our next segment, Jack Fougere asked some of you why you participate in sports at Triton.
Ready?
Yeah.
Why is the camera sideways? Back up a little bit.
Triton and I play basketball, lacrosse, and I run cross country.
So just answer it?
Yeah.
Alright, I play left bench in hockey and JV lacrosse.
I play hockey.
For school sports, I play football and lacrosse.
No, every kid should play a sport, participate. It's no doubt that facts prove that if you get involved and you play a sport or do something after school, you do better in school.
I play a school sport just because it keeps me busy. I enjoy the sports and it keeps me in shape.
Because it's fun and sports are fun and I like them.
I got nothing.
It is very brain activating.
I think Triton should require their students to play a sport at least one season, just so they're somewhat involved in the school.
No, just play volleyball.
Yeah, I guess so, because it promotes like fitness, so people won't be obese.
Alright, and then do you think sports helps your grades?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it just kind of keeps you busy, and after you come home from practice, you just kind of realize you got to get the homework done, and it's not that hard, really.
Absolutely, because you're going to be exercising, and the more you exercise, the better you concentrate, the better your brain works. So the facts are there.
Makes you smarter, right?
Because when you get home, there's not really much time to do homework, so you bust it out real quick, then you go to bed.
Up next is the first installment in our new series called Where Are They Now? In this series, we plan to highlight Triton grads in their mid to late 20s who have started a professional career.
Our hope is to learn a little bit about how high school prepared them for their future challenges and successes, and to catch up with what they're doing now.
Alex Fecto sat down with one of our past VTV crew members and class of 2007 alumni Caleb Noble.
Hello, I am Alex Fecto, and I am here with Caleb Noble. He is an alumni at Triton, and I want to know how he has gotten to TV production.
I graduated from Triton in 2008, and I took sound tech for 3 years, and then my senior year I was tight with Mr. Lathrop, and it was his first year of doing VTV, so I got into the class because I wanted to be on camera.
And here is Caleb Tall Feathers Noble. How?
What college did you go to after high school, and what classes did you take?
Okay, so I went to college at Linden State College, and I went for television production. My goal was to work for ESPN. I went there because they had over 30 alumni at ESPN alone, so I thought it'd be a great connection to have.
Why did you decide on a career in TV production?
Well, when I was in high school, actually just growing up, I've always liked to be the center of attention. And in college, I went from wanting to be on camera to be behind the camera because I could be more creative behind the camera, and it was easier out of college to get a better job being behind the scenes than being on camera.
How did college prepare you for what you're doing now?
Well, in college, it was they had a news station, so 5 days a week they had a half-an-hour newscast, and it was run solely by students. It was crazy, but it taught me how to think fast, move fast, and be creative really fast. I learned how to have good interviewing skills and people skills because they're always talking to people and getting their story.
How did you get your job with Comcast Sports, and what did you do for them?
Well, it's in the real world, it's all about who you know. So I got a connection, and I was like, hey Pat, I want to intern at Comcast, what do I do? So he gave me information for a guy to contact. I contacted him, and I went in and met the guy, and on the spot he said, you have the internship if you want it. So I was like, obviously I want it. I'd go in and I'd have to watch a baseball game, the whole time. And you don't see highlights on ESPN or Comcast or NESN or any of those. So basically, I picked highlights all day.
Have you ever interviewed anyone famous?
When I was at Comcast, I interviewed Chara, Doc Rivers, Danny Ainge, and then when I worked at WMUR, I got to go up to NASCAR when they had up at Loudon. I got to interview Jeff Gordon.
Tell us what you're doing now.
I have my own production company now, Noble Sea Productions. So I go out to the World Championship Horse Show. In Oklahoma, I do commentary and sports casting, basically type stuff. I do video work for them. Shoot highlights, edit highlights. I also do senior portraits, engagement photos. I do basically everything. I also run the Town of Newbury's local access channel. It's pretty epic. And I'm also certified to teach high school television, meeting people. I think that's the coolest thing about being in production is just meeting people. You meet some really interesting people.
If you wanted to get in this field, what would be your advice?
I'd say take advantage of your resources. So say you're at Triton, get into VTV because it teaches you a lot, and it kind of makes you realize if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. I thought I wanted to do it, and then I did VTV, and then I knew I wanted to do it, and that's why I went to college for television production.
Well, Caleb, thank you for talking with us today.
No problem, dude.
VTV, Alex Fecto.
If you have a suggestion for a Triton alum that we could interview who has started an interesting career, send us a message on our Facebook page.
That's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching this episode of VTV.
For Tessa, I'm Gabe. See you next week. I just said mine.
You start.
I know, I'm just saying rehearse your part. I have to say, I love fall. One of my favorite fall activities is going to the Donfield Fair.
You were hoping I was a girl, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something special about the smell of cow manure and fried dough that just screams fall. I thought I was gonna say, like, that turns me on. I was like, oh, Lather's not on your side.
You're outnumbered.
He's my boy.
In addition to have social and health benefits, many experience...
Expert. You're really an expert on that. Many of us participate in sports throughout the school year.
In addition to having...
So if you had to define yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
Hot, sexy, good looking.
Who have embarked on a professional career. Why did you use the word embarked?
I don't know, embarked.
It sounds weird.
It does sound weird.
Who embarked. Up next is the first installment in our new series called... Oh, look, got hair on my lip. Hold on. One of our past VTV crew members in class of 20...
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Do you wear a helmet when you ride your 4-wheeler? I just somehow doubt it.